This is Texans TV.
Texans 360 is presented by BMW, the official luxury car of the Houston Texans. By TDECU, the official credit union of the Houston Texans. And by Caesars Rewards, for every way you play.
We are ready to rock in Houston. Rock and roll.
Another day, another dollar.
Touchdown, Texans. He's in. Rock and roll.
That's when you think you've seen it all. There's always something else.
Let's go. They go home.
Welcome in for Texans 360. We've got a couple of home games coming up, a big show. We've got lots to catch up on because we've got Jonathan Owens playing a little bit of Jenga. We got Jordan Akins. Will he catch a second touchdown? We've also got our head coach, Lovie Smith, and that's how we're going to kick off the show. We've got the Titans coming to town. This is always a super close game. So week 8 at home against the Titans. They've won 4 in a row, super hot. What does the head coach have to say about this Titans team? Take a listen.
Joining us right now, head coach Lovie Smith. Coach, great to visit with you. Let's talk about some of the things that went well in the game, like the offense overall. Pierce having another solid game. It looked like Davis had his best game overall. I know you didn't finish the way you wanted to, obviously, but by and large, for the bulk of the game, you looked pretty good. The passing attack was there for you.
Yes, we talk about being a running football team, and our running game continued. You mentioned Damon Pierce, and had another good game. Even checking some of the checkdowns, but checkdowns were coming from Davis Mills. He did. He had his best game yesterday. A lot of things have gone into that. Normal growth behind the scene. Like what he was able to do for the most part. What he'll tell you is he liked it right up until, that like one of those last passes, we can't have it, but like what he's doing.
When you do get Teagan back or into the flow for the first time, really, since the preseason, what can we expect from him as he gets going? I know day 1 might not be as good as day 5, whatever, game 5, but tell us about that, Coach.
Well, as we talk about, Jordan Akins, Jordan, his strong suit maybe is in the passing game more so than the running game. But for Teagan, in that group of tight ends, I would say he would be the guy that would fit the description of a true Y. I'm talking about a guy that can be an inline blocker, helping a little bit more maybe with the running game, but with also enough pass catching ability to be able to be a threat there also.
Coach, it felt like you were asked about Christian Harris for about 4 straight weeks and maybe 4 or 5 times at press conference. And I know yesterday is the first time that he played in a football game since January 10th of 2022. So he went over 10 months not playing football. When you take all that into consideration and dealing with the injury and everything, he got a number of snaps yesterday. What was your overall assessment of just watching him out on the field and adapt to a game situation and getting pads back on and playing for the first time in a long time?
He's going to play a lot better than he played yesterday, but I love so many things he did yesterday. As we talk about Davis Mills and what experience is given him, each rep he takes, it's the same way with Kristen. There were flash plays where we saw that raw speed. He's probably as good an athlete as we have on our football team, but we saw the speed. The physical part of his game, we were able to see it. He made a couple of tackles where he had to run and pursue. So I'm excited about his future. And, of course, in the group growing together, we have some young players that get better each rep. Now we have him in that mix also.
Coach Josh Jacobs, I don't know how many tackles he ended up breaking. We kept talking about during the broadcast that Dameon Pierce and Josh Jacobs are very, very similar. Height, strength, thick trunk, breaking tackles, never go down easily, very shifty, good vision. So as you get ready for Tennessee and Derrick Henry, how tough is facing him versus facing a guy like Josh Jacobs because he's thicker, squattier, but maybe stronger through tackles, whereas Henry is just brute strength. How do you look at facing Derrick Henry this week against Tennessee?
Well, as I see it, just about each week they're going to have a great running back on the other side. That's a scholarship player from starting the season off with the Jonathan Taylors of the world. Yeah. Size, speed, and each week has been a little bit different flavor. Derrick Henry, as you mentioned, he's fast. He can outrun most of the guys. But the size, the physical part, you need to buckle that chin strap Have your big boy pads on.
Yep.
There's a commitment to the run also. Last year we had 2 excellent games against it. So this is a great opportunity for us. Our run defense hadn't been what it needs to be, and we're searching for some answers on things. What better way to get it started than to have some success against a great player like him?
Well, Coach, we never look ahead, but as a staff, you have to be prepared for a quick turnaround when you take on the Eagles 4 days later. So just among us here, let's talk about some of the prep that you have to do and how you go about doing that. Because I know no matter who the opponent is or what kind of week it is, you already have a lot of information and data ready to go for the following week. But now you only have a few days to get ready for the next one. And how much does it help that one's at home as opposed to being on the road on Thursday night?
And that's a little thing that people don't think a lot about. In an ideal world, you would like for it to be a 12 o'clock game, have a little bit more time to recover. But that's what it is. In the ideal world, if you have to do that, we would rather do it at home. Feel like it's tougher for Tennessee to do it, but we have a plan on how we do it. Once we get to that week, there's not a whole lot of hitting. It's more mental work as you get ready for the Philly game. But as far as the Tennessee Titans are concerned, it's a typical week for us.
Coach, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it, and good luck this week.
Thanks for having me on.
Texans are going to do their best to contain Derrick Henry. He did not play against this Texans team last year, but every time he does, wreaks a lot of havoc. So this defense is going to get to work. One of the guys on that defense, Jonathan Owens, he's been starting there at safety all season long, worked his way up from practice squad. He sat down, or rather, I should say, stood up with our very own Drew Doherty for a game of Jenga and answering some big, important questions.
Today's guest is straight out of St. Louis. In 2018, he signed with the Arizona Cardinals as an undrafted free agent. So in 18 and in 19, he was on practice squads. And finally in 20, he made it to the active roster of the Texans. But it wasn't until this season, 2022, when Jonathan Owens made the 53-man roster to start the season. And now he's here playing some Jenga with us. Jonathan, it's great to be with you. We got this one. What would your walk-up song be if you were a baseball player?
Walk-up song. Oh, that's a good one.
Or if you walk into a room.
That's a good one. I like In a Minute by Lil Baby. Uh-oh. I think he about to lose quick.
No way. Ooh, what is your most used emoji?
I definitely like the laughing emoji that has the laugh to the side.
Sideways,
though. Yeah, that's my favorite.
That kind of is newer to the scene because everybody's done the crying emoji.
Yeah.
That came on ago.
That's my favorite one right
I like
now.
That's a good one. Doing the tap, tap, tap.
See, man, you gotta just know how to play, man. Uh-oh.
Got it. Oh. No, players never lost. So,
All right. Okay.
What do we got here?
What is your go-to karaoke song? I'ma definitely go with what's this? It's definitely a Chris Brown song.
The Chris Brown song?
Yes. Excuse Me, Miss.
All right.
Tell me, fellas, have you seen her? It was about 5 minutes ago. That's all y'all get for free.
That's good. I like it. All right. Got it.
Oh.
Which teammate could play on the other side of the ball? So you're a defensive player. Who could play offense, or which offensive player could play defense?
I'm gonna go with my guy, Graylin Arnold.
Oh, okay. What could he play?
Offense, for sure.
Yeah?
Put him at receiver, he's a problem.
Got some hands?
Oh, man, he's nice. He got the wiggle, man.
I'm sure the coaches know this, too.
Oh, they know. They know. Uh-oh.
Might be breaking some news here.
Okay.
A sneaky package coming out someday with Graylin Arnold.
Man,
Out wide.
offense will have no clue what's going on. Favorite childhood TV show? Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
I used to run home to watch that on Cartoon Network.
It's a good one.
Yep.
What else did you watch?
Honestly, man, I was just a big Nickelodeon fan. Like anything on Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Codename, Kids Next Door. That was a big one for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh man, you bringing me back.
That's what we try to do here on Jenga. No, that won't work.
Oh, you about to lose.
What are you talking about? Oh, look at that. He's getting the crowd. It's like third down, huh?
He got the pressure going.
Yeah.
This uh-oh.
Oh.
Nah, he's not gonna find one.
I think I've.
It's over with. It's over with.
It's not. Oh! Great to play with you as always,
Yes,
my
sir.
friend. Best of luck this week. Best
I
of luck.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Coming Jordan Akins joins the deep slant. That's next on Texans 360. Welcome back. Texans 360 rolls on. I had a chance to catch up with tight end Jordan Akins. I remember when he was drafted by the Texans, third-round pick in 2018. He was also drafted by the Texas Rangers in 2010, so he's got some baseball experience. He's got football experience. He's got experience around the league because he bounced around this offseason back in Houston, worked his way up from the practice squad, caught a touchdown in his first game, and he's really hungry for more this year. It's the Deep Slant 101 presented by Xfinity. My guest this week, Jordan Akins, tight end. And Jordan, I mean, the World Series is upon us, so I got to ask you if you've been watching the Astros since you got back.
I have been watching some games.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, we know that you played a little bit of baseball yourself.
Right.
I looked up how many you played in 321 minor league games.
I did. I really
Okay,
did.
so you've hit some home runs.
Yes, ma'am.
Back in the day. You've caught some touchdowns. Which one is harder?
I would say hitting.
Hitting a home run is harder than catching a touchdown? Why is that?
Yes, for sure. You can gather information before you actually make the play. And baseball is just a split second. Like, you don't know if it's a fastball or anything, so you just got to be ready.
All right, so we see you back here in Houston. I remember I saw you in the hallway, like right after you signed. It feels like you've been gone a long time, and yet you really haven't. What was it like to sort of rejoin this team in Houston?
I mean, it was great, to see familiar faces and people that's been around. I've been around the past years, and who's coached me, and also my brothers who I've been going to war with for the previous years. So, like I say, I'm glad to be back, and, I'm ready to play some ball. Yeah.
It seemed like you just sort of came in and picked up where you left off, but I was talking to O.J. Howard, and he said that you were one of the guys that he sort of leaned on when he got here because you guys were both trying to learn this offense.
Definitely.
And I didn't really even think about it like that, but was it a big adjustment for you to come back and pick up this playbook?
It definitely was a challenge. Coming here, it's a totally new offense, It's not the same as when I first was here. So now, we got things rolling and we're feeling good. We're very comfortable, and now we're playing fast.
How cool was it for you to be able to come back here? It seems like a more tight end friendly offense. I know you said you were just honored to be able to come back and be a part of it, but be able to come back and sort of pick up, it kind of seems like where you left off. And what do you hope to build on here moving forward?
Just to prove my talent and just to show that, I still can play, I still can make plays, and I have so much more to give than what I have. Like I said, it's an honor to always come back and put on this blue and white, and I'm always honored to just, make plays for this team. I feel like, nothing can stop me. I'm running through anything or the ball's in the air, I'm coming down with it. So
we'll hope to see many more touchdowns from you for the rest of the year, Jordan. Thanks so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Next, John Harris breaks down some big plays from the Raiders game. That's next on Texans 360. We're back in the Ford studio. Texans 360 rolls on. John Harris, we love watching him break down plays every single week. The Telestrator, we joke it should be called the Hellustrator because Harris, Telestrator. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there in the universe. So you guys do your thing on Twitter. Let's get that happening. But this week, he breaks down a sack by Rasheem Green and a big catch by Jordan Akins on third down.
Since Jordan Akins has returned to the Texans, he has been a force on third down. This is the first drive of the game. We're taking a look here. The Raiders are going to be in man coverage, and you're going to get a man indicator here. Jordan's going to start right here, and he's going to motion across. So when he motions across, he's going to get over on this side with Nico, and you see Trayvon Moehrig go with him. So you know it's man coverage. So at that point, when you're thinking man coverage, you're thinking rub routes, crossers, switch routes, things like that. Denzel Perryman right here kind of gives it away. He's looking at Moehrig to make sure, hey, you got that guy and you got that guy because I'm blitzing. Rex sees that. Rex is going to pick up Perryman and do a good job. So protection is awesome. Really, really good. But Akins lines up right here. And what he's going to do is he's going to take an out and up right there. Nico is not going to pick him off. He's just going to get in the way. Force Moehrig have to go to the top. He doesn't. Davis drops a beautiful dime. Akins makes a great catch. First down, Jordan Akins, the first down machine. He had 3 catches against the Raiders. 2 on third down, went for first downs. He also had a 4th and 9 catch for 10 yards in the first down. Jordan Akins has been getting it done, beating man coverage, beating zone. He's been doing it all lately for the Texans.
Davis gets the snap. Davis throwing right side and caught for a first down at the 40. Jordan Akins, there goes that man to the 36-yard line.
Pass rush pressure. It is valuable as anything on the defensive side of the ball, and the Texans got one early on Derek Carr. Let's take a look how it happened. Sacks always happen unless it's a superhuman effort up front from somebody. It's going to come because of rush and coverage. So the rush side we'll get to in a second. The coverage side is just Tampa 2. Just playing Tampa 2 here, good disguise. Looks like middle of the field right here, the way J.O.'s sitting in the middle, but he's going to go here. Nelson here. Sting's going to be hard on Adams right there. Petrie there. Kirk's down the middle. Typical Tampa 2. Good job of locking guys up here. Good jams across, making things tough for Derek. He's got to really know where to go with the football, and now he's getting the rush enveloping him. So let's go to the rush and take a look at it from this angle. Here's Rasheem right here. He's going to get credit for part of this. He's going to get chipped from Moreau, and then Colton Miller's going to step out here. But Rasheem darts back inside. Why? Well, Jerry Hughes, power move, speed to power on Jermaine Illuminor right here, and you'll see Illuminor get into the lap of Carr. That pushes Carr up in the pocket. Miller doesn't know that, so he thinks he's protected. Rasheem sees it, gets back inside, he gets the sack. So you take a look here. Look at Jerry. Just take him and push him back into Carr, and Carr's got to move up. That allows Green to then get inside of Miller, and we got all 4 guys at the quarterback. That, my friends, is the way a pass rush should look, and it should look like that a lot more the rest of the season.
Derek calling signals, and the former Clements Ranger gets the snap, and he's swallowed up. Rasheem Green getting there to get the sack on Derek Carr. Lopez assisting.
Cam Johnston takes us to the SPCA for cause very close to his heart. That's next on Texans 360. Texans 360 is presented by Comcast, by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. And by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Houston Texans. Final segment of Texans 360. Cameron Johnston hails from Australia. Then he went to Philadelphia. Now he's in Houston. The Texans punter has always loved animals and rescuing them no matter where he is. In fact, when he arrived in Houston, he started up a very close friendship with the Houston SPCA. He loves fostering animals and bringing them in and helping them find homes. We took a little visit with him and his wife this week.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Cameron Johnston. I'm here with my wife, Tia. We're here at Houston SPCA here today. Come and see some of the dogs, the stuff we do on the off days, so let's go. They'll always seem to find homes. The puppies here will go so quickly. It's the bigger dogs sometimes that will need the help finding homes.
The bigger dogs have a little bit harder time finding homes because everybody wants a puppy. I mean, you're about to see why.
Yeah, usually the puppies usually go pretty quickly.
How
you doing? Hello. Guys, over here. What are you doing back here? The bird is just yelling. Yeah, no, it's fun. We come in, try and take the dogs out, play with them out back, so.
Bruno! Look at Bruno out.
Yep, you want that? Here we go.
So Bruno's adoption fees are covered. These are punts still.
Come on. Oh, you're already, is it? Come on, inside, let's go. Get that ball. See if he wants to play. We'll see how he goes. He just runs straight away. What are you doing? He's a little hyper.
Sit. Good boy.
Sit, sit. Good boy.
So I've really been passionate about rescue my whole life. I've always rescued dogs. So we adopted our first dog in Philly, and I think that's when he also became passionate as well.
But then once we got down here to Houston, we wanted to find a shelter straight away. We looked online and we saw the amazing work Houston SPCA does. With, in all animals that there's any issues with them, with the cruelty, their investigators will go out and get to the bottom of it. They also have ambulance will go out and help injured animals as well. So. all these dogs in here, they all deserve a good home. Being able to help out, facilitate that by, any way that we can. Yeah, we love doing that. So.
And you'll read the stories about what these dogs have been through, like how the dogs change as soon as they get into a loving home, even if they've been through the worst of the worst.
Lily.
I love it. Honestly, it's just like kind of a release to get away a little. You get in such of a bubble with football. I think the main thing is coming out here and hearing the ones that get adopted and then finding out the homes they're in. It makes a big difference as well, just knowing how happy they are. So.
What are you doing, Lily? You good? Yeah. You want coffee? Come on.
So with Punts for Houston SPCA, every Inside 20 punt we have this year, we sponsor the adoption fees for a dog here. Feel free to come out, see them, and we'd love for you to adopt them to take them home with your family. So.
Adopting is so easy. You just come in, ask a staff member to help, and you're there. Especially when the adoption fees are covered, like Lily's. That makes it even easier.
You want to look at the camera? Here, you can turn around. Look, there it is, right there.
What's going on with the
What is that?
Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today on our off day.
Yeah, if you are considering adopting a dog or a cat or another type of animal into your home, or you know somebody who is, point them to Houston SPCA. Adopting is so easy. And check out Cam's Instagram for our Punts for Houston SPCA dogs.
2 home games for the Texans, the Titans, and then the Eagles on Thursday Night Football, Battle Red Day. You're going to want to get your tickets. You can just go to HoustonTexans.com/tickets. There are tickets available. We'd love to see you out here. That's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, go Texans. Thanks for watching and go Texans. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for new content.